Guys, on this special morning edition of Warwick Boxing with our dear friend Adam Lopez, well, we talk about Canelo versus Berlanga and what this means for the future of PBC in the American market. We're also going to talk about Turkey Al Sheikh's proclamation that he will reduce pay-per-view prices to only $20. Will that make a difference? Will that encourage people to buy? All this and more on the latest edition of War of Week Boxing.
Proudly presents Big Time Boxing USA on War of Week Radio.
Oh, guys, it's been way too long. It's been well over a week since we reconvened at Warwick Boxing. And guys, I tell you what, we missed you all dearly. But before we move forward, let's say hello to our dear friend, Mantequilla, Adam Lopez. Mantequilla, how you doing, my friend?
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
I'll tell you what, we understand that you're enjoying your first cup of Java this morning on your day off. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Please tell me you don't indulge in something as grotesque as Maxwell House.
No, just the HEB coffee. That's it.
No, dude. I love Cafe Olay, and that's Olay spelled with O-L-E because us beaners need that stuff. But I tell you what, honestly, my favorite is the W.A.W. And that's the creamer, the sweet cream flavored. Dude, that's some great stuff.
Really? You like that?
Yeah. I love it, man. Also the Houston blend, which is the roasted coconut.
Yes, everybody says Houston blend's the best one. It's very, very good, but I gotta stick true to my colors. I just get San Antonio. I just go, all right.
San Antonio blend, you can't go wrong. That's cinnamon and vanilla, brother.
Yeah.
I love it. But hey, man, nothing says good morning like prayer and a cup of Java.
Yes.
So, guys, before we get started talking about boxing, I'd like for you guys to join me in prayer. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving us this wonderful day and bringing us together like this. Please forgive us of our sinfulness and have mercy on all of our sinful offenses. Please grant us your guidance, strength, and wisdom on this day to walk in spirit and do your bidding. And please grant us your grace and your blessing. In Jesus Christ's powerful and sacred name we pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Guys, and I tell you what, unfortunately, Coach Ronnie Shields is not going to be available tonight. So he's going to be watching the debate with the missus. So, guys, let us know if you want us to go live during the debate for a healthy distraction with my brother, J.R. Bell from the Boxing Source, or are you guys going to be dialed in to tonight's debate? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
All right. But I'll tell you what, let's say hello to our dear friend Jesus. And thank you for joining us, sir. It's been too long. He says Berlanga versus Fake Nello has Triple G versus Fake Nello 3 vibes. Friendly punches. Berlanga not allowed to hurt Fake Nello because he just gifted him a payday. Oh, geez. Can you say conspiracy? That's not healthy for our beloved boxing. But we'll address all of that, my friend. Thank you for joining us. My brother Dex, welcome to the show, sir. And yes, prayer up to you, my friend. God bless all of you guys. I tell you what. So, guys, this Saturday is the big event, PBC Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Chingao. And it's for the bargain basement price of $90. Adam, where will you be enjoying this fight? And will you pay for it? Or are you going to join me at Dave & Buster's this Saturday?
Ooh. Actually, I got to do a big thing at my mother-in-law's house. We're getting the Canelo fight and then also the UFC fight. 2 projectors, 2 sides of the wall, outside. We got beautiful fall weather. Let's take advantage of it. So we're doing it that.
I tell you what, it's been gorgeous weather as of late. Unless you're in my brother's neck of the woods, they're experiencing an unusual amount of heat at this time. And guys, he's in Sacramento. And guys, if you're in the greater Sacramento area, please go visit Mr. Tequila. They're going to be showing a very special presentation of this pay-per-view event. And you get to rub elbows and hear stories of Canelo's camp. And that's from one Joshawn James, who's going to be competing this Wednesday on Pro Box. And after he whoops some ass there, guys, he's going to be at Mr. Tequila's. Go say hello to get one-on-one stories about Joshawn and Canelo and watch the fight with the future star from Sacramento. And go say hello to our dear friend G Funky. And there it is. I'm sorry, what does he say? 100? Oh, it was 100 yesterday. I know. It's unusual. And in San Antonio, what was it? Only 85?
Yeah. 85. Beautiful. 85 and a little bit of wind.
So I tell you what, go visit my brother G Funky at Mr. Tequila. Woo! Viva Mexico, cabrones. Help him celebrate, guys. And I tell you what, I would be there if we weren't hosting our own fight party at Dave & Buster's. But I tell you what, we don't have the luxury of featuring Joshawn James, a guy who helped Canelo once again in camp in Truckee, California. So, guys, go check it out. If you're in the Northern California area, it's going to be worth the trek. And there it is. And there it is. Food, beer, fun. And you get to see Canelo. And look, as I'm here on my patio, I've got a street cleaner. Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear the street cleaner? Yeah, thanks a lot, Public Works, San Antonio. Well, I tell you what, we're going to dive right in, guys. As soon as this guy moves his fat ass in front of my patio, right? And there it is. So what is your official prediction for this Saturday's pay-per-view? And guys, we're going to talk all about the pay-per-view revenue stream, and I'll talk about my discussion with my brother Thomas Triber about the future because, anyway, we'll talk about that as soon as we finish talking about Canelo Berlanga. Because let's just face it, Adam, this lineup is not one that jumps off the page and says, I've got to see this.
No.
So what kind of numbers do you anticipate this Saturday?
Abysmal, probably. Terrible.
Oh. So what does that mean exactly?
I don't know. I don't think people can pay $90 to watch Canelo just destroy Hamburger Berlanga. I mean, I don't think that. Everybody's gonna illegally stream it, and I mean it's gonna happen because no one's gonna pay for that fight. We're gonna get into a discussion about Turkey Al Sheikh and the $20. But this fight has no appeal to it whatsoever.
So you don't think Edgar in his big mouth has created any buzz for this?
No, fucking no. No, not even. Close, dude.
Woo! Oh boy, I'll tell you what, guys. Look, so what would be your guess in terms of PPV purchases domestically in the U.S. on Amazon Prime or DAZN?
150,000,
Oh
200.
my gosh.
Well, I mean, it's
Oh boy.
Canelo. Fuck. I mean, I don't know, dude. 200,000. I'm guessing. Bottom 200,000.
You really? Okay. Well, you know what? Well, we'll find out, guys. But honestly, yeah, I think because it's Canelo Alvarez, it may do 250, 300,000. But look, guys, this has to appeal. And once again, judge slowly, because sometimes fight cards, sometimes big events catch fire after the grand arrivals on Tuesday, which is this afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they catch fire. Sometimes they prove to be big sellers, as in the case of earlier this year, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Like seats were still, it was like still like halfway empty the week of the fight. And then all of a sudden that mother caught fire and everyone just started talking about it. So judge slowly, guys. In my opinion, if this does not catch fire and appeal to the casual and mainstream fight fan, and if UFC starts to catch fire, yeah, look out. This may dip below 200,000 purchases, just like Adam Lopez predicted. Because once again, do you see UFC disrupting the purchase value of this Canelo fight?
Not really, because they're just gonna illegally stream that too. I've seen Dana White come out saying he goes, "Yeah, we gotta set a punishment for piracy," and like,
Yeah, how are they going to do that when everyone has VPN?
yeah,
Right? How are you going to track that?
Yes, that is very true.
How was Baldy going to track that shit?
Yeah,
man, you know what, dude? He can kiss my. Well, look. What I want to know is Oscar De La Hoya, and once again, I think it's laughable, and I'm actually getting a kick about his Flashback Fridays.
I love that.
Yeah, it's hilarious, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. There's nothing like. Every time you watch one of the Clapback Thursdays or whatever, you're just like, dude, this guy, is he gay? He might be gay. And I just think that every time.
Well, look, guys, look. I'm not going to pass judgment. I will think that. Look, I thought his previous wife, Millie, was absolutely lovely.
Yes, the
right?
Puerto Rican girl. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
she was a babe.
That's
a babe-a-rama, right? In the immortal words of Wayne's World. Yeah. She was a babe of Majora. Yeah. But I will say this one, oh my gosh, like honestly, she's so fake. Like if I saw her walking down the street, I wouldn't say, "Oh my gosh, look at that stunningly beautiful woman." What I would say is, "Oh, Adam, you can tell she's at work."
Yeah, that's the thing. With Millie, Millie had the face where you go, yeah, I'd want to see her raise my kids. Then you see this fucking like monstrosity.
Alien. She looks like an alien.
Yeah, it's just like, what are you doing, dude?
Oh, Ching Gao, dude. It's like, oh my gosh, Oscar, what are you doing? So he said in this past Clapback Friday, he said this. You know what? No one's gonna. I'm not even interested in this. I'm gonna go watch the fight.
Yeah.
With my friend Dana White. Wait a minute. Isn't this the same cat that was bad mouthing him, saying that, hey, snorting of the line? So what happened? So he must hate really Canelo and Hal Heyman that much to actually forgive Dana White for all of the slander and bad mouthing and to go sit ringside with him?
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I never really take these rich guys' beefs that serious because, I mean, like, you had Dana White going at Bob Arum for the longest fucking time, and then there's talks about Dana buying Top Rank. I mean,
well, look, guys, that remains to be seen, but that very well may still happen.
Yeah,
guys.
So I mean,
Endeavor. Now, once again, this is not UFC and Dana White purchasing. This is Endeavor.
Oh, Endeavor?
Yeah, Endeavor, the same company that owns currently UFC and WWE.
What happened to Zuffa? Didn't Zuffa own?
Well, no, this very well may be the rendition of Zuffa boxing that Dana White has been pining for. But once again, that's for a totally different show, Adam. Thank you for jumping the gun. Yeah. No, seriously though, that guys, we'll bring that up the closer we get to that, because that very well may happen.
Yeah.
But let's just steer the course here. Let's stay on track. Now let's look at this fight card, right? You've got Rolly Romero versus some Hammenegger who has never competed outside of his own county. Why is he on this pay-per-view? Because for some reason they think Rolly Romero still sells tickets, right? And look, and then you've got Caleb Plant versus Trevor McCumbee, which this is not a bad comeback fight for Caleb Plant. And this is kind of a tough matchup, but for pay-per-view, not so much. And then you've got in the co-main event of the evening, old man Erislandy Lara at age 60 taking on Danny Swift Garcia.
Let's go.
I thought he was retired. Really, two counterpunchers, two southpaw counterpunchers stepping in the ring together.
It's
you actually like that.
It's like celebrity boxing. I mean, it's two guys that are kind of retired, that are past their prime, that we never got to see fight because they're actually in two divisions, but we get to see it now. And it's like, I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not pay-per-view worthy, but I'd watch it. I think their co-main event, just based on the names and all their accolades that they've done over the years. But I like Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is one of the coolest dudes ever.
Well, look. Adam, how many additional tickets are they going to sell?
Not
with the addition of Danny Swift and old man Erislandy on the card.
Not a lot, but I'm just saying, as a true connoisseur of the sport, I'd watch it. But I mean, other than that, like, it's not going to bring the casual in. Nobody gives a shit about that. But other than that, yeah.
Look, guys, if you must know, the reason why Erislandy Lara was featured is been featured on this co-main event. That was in the event of Edgar Berlanga getting hurt or citing injury or maybe falling off the card.
And they was going to fight Canelo? A rematch?
In a long-awaited rematch. Yep.
What? That's so bad. Because that's like...
Is it any worse than him facing Berlanga?
Yeah. But that's like the Browns calling Joe Flacco in last season.
Well, you know what? They probably would have done better with Joe Flacco.
They would
against the Cowboys. And there it is. It is. But we're not going to talk about that right now. And look, Chief Funky says this. Lara might make Garcia look bad. Look, two counterpunchers facing each other. And Erislandy Lara is not going to flip the script and take the lead. He's going to force Danny Swift to take the lead. Something that he's not very proficient at doing.
Who, Danny?
Yeah. He's a counterpuncher by trade. He doesn't take the lead. And so, yes, it's going to make him look bad, that style matchup. Not Austin Trout, Erislandy Lara type bad, but he's not going to win this fight. Danny Swift is not going to win this fight. In fact, he might get hurt.
I don't know. I feel like we're over. I think we're thinking that this Lara is from 2013 Lara. This Lara.
Look, he was just in the ring, my friend.
Against who?
Against that stiff that Nonito Donaire was actually from Australia. That Nonito Donaire was
training.
Or I'm sorry, let me use my Lupe Contreras voice. Nonito Donaire. And there it is. Nonito was training some stiff from Australia, and Erislandy knocked him into next week, I think within 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
That was on a pay-per-view also. Yeah. And so when is the last time we've seen Danny Swift Garcia in the ring?
3 years
ago. Can you even remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So trust me, man, his timing is going to be off. He doesn't take the lead already proficiently. This is going to be a horror show for him.
I like DSG. I'm gonna go with DSG. That's the
Now, I
sexy
tell you
bet of the
what,
week. DSG, sexy bet of the week.
no, don't listen to Adam and that guy. Save your money. Yeah. Woo! I tell you, we want to give a shout out to our brother SSV Diving. Good morning to you, my friend. I tell you
Morning.
what, I hope you've already had your prayer in Java this morning. And G Funky goes, hey, don't forget to call it striking and not punching. Oh, Chingao. Yeah, jeez. And you know what? That is the biggest travesty of all. He tells everyone affiliated with UFC, don't ever call it boxing. Call it striking instead. And he does this.
Yeah.
He does this to avoid being transparent and adhering, falling under the Muhammad Ali Boxing Reform Act covenant. So he does not have to be transparent and pay these guys what they're worth.
Sid, what's going on?
Isn't that terrible? Hey, it's our brother Sid UK. Thank you for joining us, man. Salute, Joe and Adam. Canelo gonna smash Hamburger Langa this Saturday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll get your official predictions before we. And yes, that's right, Blank Man. Thank you for joining us, sir. Shout out to you. Michael Zarafa is the Aussie who got smashed by Landy Lotta. Boxing for Life. Welcome to the show, sir. And he says, I actually think this fight does more pay-per-views than the Munguia fight. No. The casuals are coming out, including Puerto Rican fan base. Well, and you know what? I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Because, guys, and Oscar should know this, and this is the reason for me bringing that up. He was taught by the same gentleman who taught me everything about the business, the late, great Don W.A.W Chargan. And that's the reason why we call ourselves War Week Boxing Guys. Don understood that you never hope for the demise of any boxing promoter or platform in the U.S. market, because this is a symbiont industry, Adam. Mm-hmm. We all are expected to work for each other. And is it a good look if any promoter or platform goes under? Is it a good look for any of us?
No, because it's one less person to work with, too.
Exactly. Guys, these are all opportunities for fighters. And once again, if anyone pulls their investment from our beloved boxing, then it causes other platforms, other benefactors to, well, take a good look at their own investment.
Yes.
And right now, not doing well, guys. Not doing well. And Raider, welcome to the show, sir. And he says, this fight is going to be exciting for sure. This fight is going to be better than people think. You know what? Let's examine that, Adam. How do you see, now you being the fighter, now trainer extraordinaire, how do you see Edgar Berlanga approaching this enigma and this defensively responsible Canelo Alvarez? How do you see him coming out in the opening bell?
He's gonna be cautious for sure. He's gonna be cautious for sure, but dude, it's gonna be a quick fight. It's gonna be a quick fight. And I don't think Canelo's not gonna take no punches. That's obviously Hamburger Langa isn't crafty enough to set up traps. He doesn't have the experience against high level opposition. I mean, he hasn't fought like a contender, really, to be honest. He's never really fought a contender. And now he's going up against pound for pound, arguably pound for pound, the number one guy, or at least in the top 5, Canelo, who's got almost 20 years of world championship experience. Well, 15 years. But I mean, still, that's insane.
If you were training, if you were preparing Edgar Hamburger Langa for this most difficult assignment,
yeah,
what would you have him do, sir?
What would I have him do? Well, first thing I would do is
teach him how to fight.
No, first thing I would do is I would get in writing that I'm getting 20%. I'm not getting 10%. I'm getting 20% because there's nothing that I could teach him or that he can learn to beat Canelo. I mean, he's gonna get. He doesn't. It's gonna take. It has to take years. There's something that somebody could just do in 8 months to get him ready. It's got to be years of experience.
Yeah. Hey, fun
There's
fact.
nothing.
Fun fact. Do you know where TMB Promotions and Rick Morones Jr. got the money to start TMB Promotions?
Who? Canelo?
Rick Morones.
Yeah, I
Do,
know.
do you know? Do you know where he got the money?
No, who?
Well, he convinced James Kirkland that it was a good idea to leave Ann Wolf and start working with him as head trainer.
Oh yeah.
And so,
Oh yeah.
like you said, they didn't have anything in writing. And so I told Don and I told Eric, I said, look, I think James Kirkland, when he gets his ass whooped here, is going to stiff my brother Rick. So could you do me a favor and cut a separate check for my brother Rick? And because I was right, James Kirkland had every intention of stiffing this guy. Not happy with the results.
Yeah.
Because he owed so much child support, right? So I spoke with Mike Miller. I spoke with Don Chargan. I spoke with Eric Gomez. And yeah, that's what they did for my brother Rick. And that's how we got the coin to start up TMB Promotions. Fun fact. And his boy, Rick Medina Jr., is going to be featured on this card.
Yeah. Gio Lopez.
And, yep, he's going to be fighting Gio Lopez, the southpaw with power. Oh, boy. And I don't like this fight. I don't like this at all. But, guys, this is a reminder that the business, boy, is kind of ugly at times. How do you see Ricky Medina Jr. faring against the always dangerous and crafty Gio Lopez in the prelims?
If this the later the fight goes, the better. I think Rick Medina's got he's learned a lot. He's fought a lot of good guys. I mean, he's fought a world champion in Raymond Ford. So I mean, the experience should serve him well, and God be with him. I think he may be able to do something, and I'm rooting for him.
I'll be rooting for him as well. And I'm going to plead the fifth right now. And I'll tell you guys what I think after the weigh-ins this Friday. But I'm going to keep my opinions close to the vest right now. Because honestly, my mom always taught me if I don't have anything good to say or nice to say, don't say it at all. And there it is. And there it is. No. I'm going to tell you guys. This is all wrong. Oh my gosh. And look, Ricky Medina is not the effective aggressor. He's gonna be trying to fight this guy from mid to long range. And from mid to long range, he's not the more athletic. He's not the faster, better reflex fighter. And he's gonna get beaten to the punch all night. He's gonna walk into a straight left hand. He's gonna be KTFO'd, guys. And I love Ricky Medina. I don't want to see this happen, but that's my prediction. And look, speaking of faster, better reflexes, right? Sid UK says this. Berlanga will start running when he feels the power first time. Canelo's too slick. He can stand right in front of Edgar and literally slip every punch. I predict Canelo by KO inside 6 to 8 rounds.
Not a bad prediction.
Honestly, it's a great prediction, but I think you're being nice to Edgar.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows how to run. I don't think he knows how to box. And honestly, his modus operandi, he's not the faster, doesn't have better reflexes. The only chance he has to touch Canelo Alvarez is adopting the same fight plan, dubious fight plan that James Kirkland adopted. He's got to cut off that reaction time of Canelo Alvarez, and that's not going to bode well for him as well. So unless you fight behind an intelligent jab, Adam.
Yeah.
How is he going to be able to close that distance intelligently without taking any incoming?
I mean, we've never actually seen Berlanga. Well, yeah, we have. That's all he's got. But I mean, he's got 16 first-round knockouts, and so you never really actually got to see anything that he could do. I mean, we've just seen him knock out 16 guys, but we don't know if he can push the pressure. We don't know if he can press guys. We don't know if he can box really. in the last few fights that we have seen go the distance, he hasn't looked spectacular at all. I mean, it wasn't like, oh yeah, clearly outbox this guy, and looked pretty decent doing it too. Or, oh yeah, he just put the pressure on and just wouldn't let up. It was just that guy couldn't get knocked out. But I mean, we've never seen any of that. So to say what he can do, it's total mystery because we've never seen what he actually can do. He's never been in deep waters, and when he has, he hasn't looked that great.
No, he's looked downright terrible.
Yeah.
Downright deficient. And Raider has a very good point, and that's the whole purpose of this mismatch, right? Boxing is not only about being competitive, but it's also about entertainment. Entertainment sells. If you don't believe me, MMA fighters and YouTubers, boxing can sell because of the entertainment. That is true, and that's why I love this matchup for the casual and mainstream fans. All they care about is seeing knockouts. And guys, Canelo, it's going to make him look like a juggernaut. It's going to put him back. It's going to propel him to where he was the marauder of super middleweight, just mowing through the competition, getting knockout after knockout before he faced Dimitri Bivol. It's going to put him back in that category. It's going to excite the casual and mainstreams. People are going to be banging the drum to see him face the winner of Arthur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol. Is he going to do that, though, Adam?
Run over.
No. We already know that's going to happen. Is he going to face the winner of Arthur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol, sometime next year?
He's not. And he shouldn't. They're too big for him. They're way too big for him, way too strong, way too young. Like, no, don't do it.
Yeah. So, on the advice of Adam Lopez, stay far away from those two mammoths of light heavyweights. Yeah, that's sage advice. But thank you for your point, Raider. We appreciate you being here, my friend. Sal's Block Talk. Welcome to the show, sir. The odds don't even reflect how bad of a mismatch this is. Berlanga might get Kirkland.
Yes.
What do you mean might? Guys, I don't see. Now, once again, guys, this is indeed the theater of the unexpected. And Canelo is getting up there in age. He's getting a little long in the tooth for the super middleweight division. And Berlanga can punch. Let's just talk about that. He can punch. So he's got a puncher's chance going into this. But what is the likelihood of you see him catching Canelo? And once again, guys, this is indeed the theater of the unexpected. What are the chances of him actually catching Canelo cold?
Slim to none.
Yeah, Sal has the beat here. Berlanga overcommits on shots, which will be child's play for the master pocket counterpuncher in Canelo Alvarez. Yes, sir. I like his prediction also. Canelo in 5.
That's what I said.
do. Yep, that's it. Hey, I'll tell you what, you're in good company. If you're with Adam Lopez, yeah, he knows what he's looking at in the ring, guys.
Should we put a parlay? Fucking
honestly, a parlay would be beautiful. Honestly, Caleb Plant. I like that parlay. Caleb Plant, by virtue of knockout in the mid to late rounds. I also like Erislandy Lara by way of unanimous decision. And then Canelo by way of mid-round stoppage. Yes, sir.
Mid-rounds are like specific round.
Oh, Chingal, you don't want to. If you're going to do a round group bet, or if you're going to do a round bet, do a round group bet.
Yeah, like what?
Right?
5?
Say 3 through 6.
Okay, that sounds good.
Honestly, you could make some serious coin on that. And that is the War Week sexy bet of the week. Yes, sir. So, guys, let's shift gears and let's talk about Turkey Al-Sheikh and his proclamation. He is going to reduce pay-per-view sales or pay-per-view prices down to $20, and it's going to start in a couple of weeks. No, it's not in a couple of weeks. It's next Saturday, isn't it?
It's really he's got something into this fight or no? He doesn't have anything in this fight.
Well, truth be known, guys. Truth be known, and this is why he was taken aback by Canelo's criticism. Because truth be known, guys, if you're wondering where Al Heyman came up with the money to fund this event. Look no further than Turkey Al Sheikh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why he was like, you know what? You've got a lot of balls, buddy. Where do you think you got that guarantee?
yeah. That's so crazy to me that he's funding this by proxy.
Yep. And he's also funding the UFC event that's going on at the same time.
Wow, dude, this guy's really making a push.
Yep. So once again, this may be the last year that Turkey Al Sheikh decides to stage events in America. And I'll tell you why. Once again, what happens when you see a business owner throw up a shot from mid-court? What does that mean? Because that's exactly what he's doing here. Like, you can look at this maneuver and say, well, it's pretty obvious he has no idea. Either one, what he's doing in boxing, or two, he has no idea how to solve the current quandary of the U.S. market.
Yeah.
Because the two biggest problems, and we spelled it out for you guys, even 3 years ago, we told you what was going to happen. The two biggest quandaries in the American market today. One, the overpaying of fighters. Now, once again, guys, Don Chargan taught us. Thanks be to God, and God rest your soul, Don. He taught us that when you pay out inflated purses that are well beyond a fighter's market value, it never ends well for the health of the sport. And why? We're seeing it with Boots Ennis, Shakur Stevenson. We're seeing it with Devin Haney right now, because it makes it virtually impossible to put together the best fights. Right? So why did Devin Haney, why did he ditch his WBC title even after Top Rank offered him $1.7 million to defend it against Sandor Martin? And why do you think he's declining Eddie Hearn's offer to fight Liam Perro in Australia? Because he's grown accustomed to making over $5 million rock per fight.
Yeah.
Guys, this is what happens. And look, how is Turkey Al Sheikh? He's already established that precedent of overpaying fighters. Now he's done this for a year. How has it served him? Has that equated to big time pay-per-view sales?
Yeah, no, it hasn't. I mean,
Now, in your mind, Adam, so that's the first problem. Now, the second problem is, how's he going to counter the piracy issue? Because let's just face it, guys. You know, Adam, that if a diehard fan, and the statistics have already proven that the diehard fan base in America, the overwhelming majority of them have chosen to steal each and every event, including subscriptions. And they feel justified in doing that after decades of having to pay for each and every major event in boxing. They're like, well, wait a minute. Now we have the opportunity to steal this shit in HD.
yeah.
Boxing owes us, brother. So do you see this increasing the number of pay-per-view purchases, or do you think that those who have already decided to financially support our beloved boxing are already doing it at this time, and those who have already decided to steal it are going to continue doing it?
I don't know. I kind of mix on this because I get everybody in the chat, diehards. They're gonna purchase events. Some will take it. Uh, but I kind of do like the $20 thing, because the $20 thing. Let's take a shot in the dark. We got to do something about piracy. There's nothing we actually can do to stop the piracy. So let's see if we can prevent it a little bit. Let's take a little bit of a cutback. We're getting better production value. The stream's not going to get cut out. The picture is going to be clearer. The commentary is going to be nice. Everything like that. And it only cost me $20. Yeah, I might throw in. I'll throw in the $20 to get that guarantee of the stream not cutting out. Me having to go find another website to go get another stream. So let's see if that works. And I mean, it's a shot in the dark, but you know what? What else? What other options do we have? We're gonna keep getting fucked on the streaming. So let's see if people will say $20 isn't that bad. Plus, have you ever had a pay per view party? When you have a pay per view party and you do it on an illegal stream, it's kind of a bad look. You kind of look like a dirtbag when you're stealing free, and you're just like, oh yeah, here. Oh damn it, I gotta go find another stream. Shit. Okay, hang on. And then you just have to roll when the fucking fight's still going on, and then you have to find the stream, and then oh yeah, okay, this one works. This one works. Okay, and then fucking I missed it. I could have just paid the $20 and it wouldn't have cut out. And I got 4K. So I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's not something that's gonna solve it. You still gonna think, yes, thieves are gonna thieve. But let's take this shot in the dark. Let's see if we can turn those numbers around a little bit. If we can see a little bit, maybe we can create the culture of buying $20 pay-per-views. Because $20 pay-per-view, not bad. Not bad.
No, that's actually great. That's a great price point.
Yeah.
But once again, those who have already decided to financially support their beloved boxing, they're going to do it if it's $10 or $90. But those who have already decided to steal it and feel justified in doing it, $20 price point is not going to persuade them to have a change of heart. All this is going to do, Adam,
Yeah.
is lower the margin of profit for Turkey Al Sheikh, souring him even further against the U.S. market. And that's all it's going to do. Look, I talked to Thomas Triber, who has a great working relationship with Turkey Al Sheikh, and is the official voice of Riyadh season. Congratulations to him. He does a terrific job, and he's a great guy.
He is the greatest voice.
I said this, though. I said, look, if you, and I've thought about this in great length, and I said, look, if you really want to make a difference, if Turkey really wants to make a difference in the U.S. market, he's going to have to go back to the beginning. Because a lot of people ask, well, how come these fights aren't on? Like Steve Kim just wrote an article on Snack Systems talking about, well, these pay-per-views aren't pay-per-view. Well, because, dude, back when pay-per-view started, closed circuit started.
Yeah.
Boxing was still a mainstream pastime. Those were different times, and you can't compare the two. And you would think a pendejo like Steve Kim would know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
He's an asshole. Okay, and I'm going to say that right now. He's an asshole.
I like Steve Kim.
Okay, well, that's well, nobody's perfect, my friend.
Yeah.
So look, guys, what we have to recognize as people in this business is that the promoters of old, guys like Bob Arum, guys like Don King, screwed us. They took away boxing from mainstream platforms and hid them behind. Hold on, real quick. Let me see this real quick. Hid them behind a pay-per-view revenue stream. Why did they screw us like that? Well, they got greedy. And fast forward then, 4 decades later, and it's become now a niche sport, out of sight, out of mind. All they did was, out of their own greed, obscure the best product that boxing has to offer behind a pay-per-view revenue stream. That hasn't served us well. It's turned our beloved boxing it transformed it from being a mainstream juggernaut to a niche product in the States. So you've got to start all over. You've got to start taking our best product, quit hiding it behind a revenue stream, and put it to where the most eyeballs can see it. And so I told Thomas, look, if you want to put your heads together and talk to Turkey Al Sheikh, convince him to put this, and he's going to see it on November 15th, right? He's going to see how many people tune into Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul on Netflix. Do you know how many subscribers worldwide Netflix currently has, Adam?
640 million, I'm going to say.
No, it's not that much. It's 280 million.
Oh, okay.
So once again, 280 million subscribers worldwide. Everyone has Netflix. Every household, pretty much. Right?
Yes.
So think about Netflix has the money. Now you take an average subscription price because it's different price points for various countries. Now, the average subscription price, if you take the average of all different price points from all the different countries, it's like $8. Now multiply $8 times 280 million. That's how much they're making per month. So you take our best product, instead of staging a bunch of events, have something like tennis offers, the Grand Slam, or like WWF used to do. Have one per season: Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Just like tennis, the Grand Slam tournaments, the Grand Slam events, Wimbledon, US Open, the French Open, and the Australian Open.
Yeah.
And put 4 massive events featuring the best product that boxing has to offer. Put that on Netflix in front of as many eyeballs as you can for the regular subscription Netflix price. That's the only way I can see boxing countering and building that fan base up once again. Because is this method doing it?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not doing it. I think that's a brilliant idea.
So I talked to Thomas about this, and he goes, look, man, I think you're onto something. I think that's the only way we can try to increase the slumping popularity of boxing in the American market. Otherwise, we have no hope. Like, can you think of any other way outside of featuring these idiotic, pathetic circus events like Paul versus Tyson to try and increase boxing popularity?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, I think you're onto something with that. You can create a whole different division for Netflix Sports, and then just have a totally different thing. They could corner the market on almost every pay-per-view sport.
Now, once
And
again, save Netflix, save that avenue, right? That avenue of boxing for these special events, making the big, once again, for lack of a better term, the Grand Slam tournaments, right? The Grand Slam events once every season. Because once again, Turkey Al Sheikh loves the zone. And we still want to see the prospects, the non-ticket selling championship fights, right? We still want to see those on DAZN and ESPN. We love those platforms for boxing. But we want to showcase the very best product that boxing has to offer. And that's where the Netflix stage comes into play. We want everyone to see it. So then it'll create more fans and actually create more subscribers for ESPN Plus and DAZN. In my opinion, that's the only thing I can think of that will counter this quandary right now in the U.S. market. Because otherwise, guys, with the devaluation of the dollar that's coming up, it's going to get worse before it gets better, guys.
very true, very true.
So anyway, those are my 2 cents. What do you guys think of my proposed solution for boxing trying to increase its popularity in the U.S. market? I'll tell you what, let's go to what Double L has to say. My brother Double L, welcome to the show, sir, and thank you for joining us this morning. Says UFC has taken over combat sports market in the U.S., sadly. Well, look, it's apples and oranges. There's no reason why both can't be popular at the same time. There's no reason why it can't. Those are two different sports altogether. Like, can we see basketball, baseball, and football be popular at the same time? Yes, we can. But we have to treat it that way. And if Dana White purchases Top Rank, you really think he's going to keep bad-mouthing boxing the way he has?
No, the whole thing is striking. The word striking will be eliminated if he buys the promotion company.
Yeah, look, and let's just hope that plays out, because he'll prove to be an excellent asset within the business of boxing. Yeah. Dana White's a very smart guy. He's a very shrewd businessman. We want to say hello to our dear friend, Team Batman Boxing. Welcome to the show, sir. And so, guys, this is a serious quandary, but make no mistake about this. The $20 price point, do you really think it's going to result in more purchases to see Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois in the American market?
No.
Do you think it's going to result in more purchases for Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina?
No.
Guys, this is already an indication that Turki Al-Sheikh is, well, running out of patience with you fine gentlemen in the American market. How many American fighters are going to be featured in that pay-per-view in October? Just Shakur Stevenson, right?
Yeah.
That's not good. He's almost ready to wash his hands of the American market, including Terrence Bud Crawford. Why? Because he doesn't like losing money. And we told you guys, oh, he doesn't mind losing money. Yes, he does. Everyone in this business, they only get in this business for two reasons, Adam, right? First reason, to make money. Second reason, to make more money. That's it, guys. And if you're if you think otherwise, well, I got some oceanfront property to sell you in San Antonio, Texas. Adam, what is your initial projection for? Now, keep in mind, guys, once again, the main event of the evening, we're getting that for free on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Dimitri Bivol versus Arthur Beterbiev. So what do you think what are your initial pay-per-view projections, purchases for Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina in the States?
I mean, for the Bivol fight,
no, that's going to be free on ESPN. The only thing that's going to be offered for pay-per-view is Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina.
Yeah, no, that's...
So if you want to see the main event, you don't have to purchase that shit, that dog shit of a card.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense that you're going to make people buy... I mean, you're going to make people most, quote-unquote, air quotes, the most boring fighter right now. Now you make them buy pay-per-view for that? Everybody's saying that he's just going to run and put you to sleep, and that's I'm kind of at a loss for words, because I mean, I was like, well, how many they're going to buy the Bivol fight? And you go, no, they're buying the other fight. And they say, wait, what?
Yeah, it makes no sense at all. And I think my brother Double L has the beat. And I think he's being nice here. 20,000 against Joe Cordina, a guy who got smashed in his last fight at 130.
Yeah.
And look, Double L, we talked about this. This is a terrible look for boxing. And Oscar, shame on him. He should know better. Oscar is telling people not to buy the PPC event. Man, he can kiss my ass. That is terrible. You never, like, could you imagine me telling people in San Antonio not to go to the Techport Arena in October to support Texas Boxers and Brawlers and Robert Garcia's event?
Yeah. That's bad.
Could you imagine me saying that?
That's just you being a hater if you do that, and that's what he's.
Exactly. You being a scumbag and not supporting your beloved boxing. Could you imagine anyone in this business doing that?
Yeah.
No. And that is shameful. That is shameful, brother. And honestly, I can't stand it. There's no room in this business for that kind of dissension. We are already struggling in the US market, everyone. And he's going to tell people not to purchase a boxing pay-per-view and to purchase the UFC event.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's fucked up.
He can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Mr. Goldie Fishnets. You should know better.
Yeah, Mr.
Chingao.
Fake abs.
Puto. Yeah. Mr. Fake Abs, did you just say that?
Yeah.
Dude, is he trying to look like his girlfriend with all the fake stuff?
Yeah, I don't like that at all, dude. He's got to stop that. I do like when he goes on a nice crack binge. I like that when he gets high. I do like that, but it's like, dude, just put clothes on and then just go crazy on like Instagram Live. But
Chingao.
You
You mean like Ryan Garcia?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Well, look, guys, and we're gonna come in. What do you guys think of that? Honestly, yeah, this is a problem. When you see a business owner, especially one in boxing, throw up a mid-court shot with the clock running out, that's not a good sign, guys. That's not a good sign. But let's move to our main event of the evening. All right, our last item up for bid on The Price is Right. Lately, it's been a shock. What is the meaning behind Terrence Crawford and Ryan Garcia going at it on Twitter or Instagram or whatever? Adam, can you make sense of any of this nonsense?
I don't have a Twitter. I think it's kind of toxic. So, well, not kind of, it is toxic. But I think I've not been up to date with any of the stuff that's been said with Ryan Garcia and Terrence Crawford. But I'm pretty sure it's very, very entertaining. And
I'll tell you what I get out of this, my friend, and tell me what you think.
Yeah.
What I get out of this is Ryan Garcia has no intention of coming back to boxing in April, trying to kill himself to make 40 or 47. And he understands there's very little money there. Now, why would you, if you're Ryan Garcia, someone with power, someone with great reflexes and athleticism, but completely deficient in skills, why would he call out the best pound-for-pound fighter in boxing at 54?
I mean, he does anything that it's very provocative. He's very, very good at marketing. He's very, very good at getting eyeballs to look at him. So, I mean, we could say, oh yeah, he's crazy, dude. He knows what he's doing. Even if he doesn't fight Terrence Crawford, it gets people talking. So I mean, we've been fooled before. We shouldn't be fooled again and be like, okay, well, he's planning something. At least there's something that he's getting ready to do. So let's just wait to see how this all pans out.
Well, look, I will say this, and once again, hey, you know what? Before we move forward, let's say hello to our dear friend Toby Bartlett from the UK. Thank you for joining us, my friend. He said the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, the top man, wants to make Riyadh season the global hub of entertainment for sports, arts, and music for after the oil runs out. Well, look, and that means, look, he understands that the well is run dry in the American market. Guys, look for him to keep his focal point, his focus on the UK fighters and fan base.
Yeah.
That's why you're seeing Shakur, the lone American, on this card coming up in October.
What are the pay-per-view numbers from the UK?
Oh, gosh, that's going to be great, especially if he makes it 15 pounds.
No, I'm saying like, but
up to this point?
Yeah, like we're talking about how shitty the U.S. market is. Okay, so then if I'm comparing the U.S. market on total, and when we say 200,000, is that only 200,000 in America, or is that 200,000 worldwide?
200,000 in America only. In the UK, it's still a mainstream sport.
Yeah, let me.
They do very well in the UK.
Cricket does
Keep
suck.
in mind also, it's a different time. If you stage fights in Saudi Arabia, they do very well in the UK. Like, expect this to eclipse well over 1 million purchases later this month when Anthony Joshua faces Daniel Dubois in Wembley. Expect that fight to eclipse well over 1 million purchases there. In America, that's going to do just as poorly as Shakur versus Cordina. Once again, guys, it's going to turn Turki Al-Sheikh even further away from the U.S. market. That's it. But let's go back to this Ryan Garcia thing, guys. Honestly, I think this says a lot about Ryan Garcia. I think he's going to come in. He's going to return to boxing at 154 pounds. Like,
Nice.
we've already seen that he can't make 140. And this was before his fat ass sat out for a year. I don't think he's even going to try to make 40 and 47. And think about this. Just look at Boots Ennis to figure out that there's no money at 47 at this time. How much is he going to be making for fighting Chukatsian again?
I don't know how much was it going to be. Who's he
Well,
gonna fight?
the opposing promoter won the purse bid, and they're more than likely going to be staging this fight in Poland.
What?
They won the purse bid. They bid 200,000 more than Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Sports. So Boots is faced with a dilemma. Is he going to try to defend that title in the Ukraine or Poland? Or should he relinquish that title and move up where the money is, chasing Terrence Crawford? Should he relinquish that title and say, you know what, there's no money here. I'm moving up to 54, damn it. Adam, what would you do if you were in the dubious boots of Jaron Boots Ennis?
Man, move it to 54 and fight Ryan Garcia because that's the actual champion. I mean,
Yeah.
not that champion, but that is the cash cow of almost the entire sport right now.
Yep. Outside of Canelo, that's the only one.
Yeah.
Who, and once again, we're going to close this out by talking about, well, the latest rumors regarding Gervonta Davis. How do you like that, guys? Wait a minute. I heard he's fighting Charles Conwell at 54 in October.
Oh, dude, who the stop?
Look. If he's talking about no money to be had fighting Chukatsian, why the hell would he take on a very good fighter, although unproven at this level, in Charles Conwell for just as little money? Once again, guys, this should have told you like we told you guys, this was going to be a real problem for Boots if he signed with Matchroom Sport. So who's he going to fight? Who's he going to fight that's worth a damn, that's going to produce money?
Yeah, you got to.
And this is what happens when you pay Boots Ennis $3 million rock to face David Avanesian. Once again, why didn't the Brian Norman Jr. fight take place? Because if you pay Boots Ennis $3 million to fight David Avanesian, how much do you think he was anticipating for a unification bout at 47 against Brian Norman Jr.? More than 3 million, probably closer to 5. And then you look at how much Brian Norman Jr. wanted. Another non-ticket seller. Man, I want at least 2-point-something million. Okay, well, guess what? DAZN wasn't willing to pay that much because this is not a pay-per-view matchup. Thanks for playing, gentlemen. Now guess what you get? Now look what you get. You get shite. Once again, everyone in boxing in the business has had enough of these entitled bitches. And once again, I'm sorry, I have respect for every fighter, but when you start acting like that and put yourself in front of the health of the sport, yeah, I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to call you guys entitled bitches. And I'll say that to your face. Because you know what? You are not serving any purpose other than creating problems for everyone involved. It's a horror show right now, guys, and that's the biggest problem outside of piracy within our beloved boxing. These guys thinking that they deserve more than they attract. Why not? If you think you're worth that much, you know what? Gamble on yourself. Fight for a percentage of the pay-per-view proceeds. And if you're not willing to do that, then you have no business asking for millions when you're not a ticket seller, when you couldn't sell out my living room on a Saturday night, Brian Norman Jr. Now, what's going to happen to Brian Norman Jr. now? What now, once again, he won the title, beating the shit out of that Golden Boy fighter. I can't even remember his name. But what's going to happen? He's turning down a career high payday. And what's going to happen? He's going to suffer the same fate as O'Shaquie Foster and lose his title, fighting a lesser opponent for less money. That's what's going to happen to Brian Norman Jr. He just screwed himself out of making a career high payday and a unification bout. Now he's resorted to fighting on the undercard of Keyshawn Davis. How's that looking, brother?
Not looking good at all.
Pretty stupid, if you ask me.
That is very true.
But once again, is that par for the course in U.S. boxing with these entitled bitches? Yes, I said it.
Yeah.
So last and definitely not least, brother, we're gonna bring this up. Adam, your thoughts on Gervonta Davis? He left this cryptic tweet, said done deal. Who's he fighting next? Who's he fighting in the fall? And they'd better announce this and put this together in a hurry because he's running out of time. It's already September. Who's he fighting next?
I don't know. I mean, if he put done deal and nothing, did he post a picture or anything?
Nope.
Shit, I hope it's fucking Devin Haney or fucking. That's who I hope it really is. Because he's going to stop Devin Haney, and Devin Haney annoys me. But
man, they're not willing to pay Devin Haney diddly, man. PBC, they're like, man, you can kiss my ass.
But I mean,
Raider is correct.
Who?
So is Double L.
Ryo? Oh, yeah. Yep. I forgot. Yep. You're right.
That's who he's going to fight, guys. And honestly, for the amount of money. Now, once again, he already has a working relationship with Al Heyman and PBC. And he just beat Isaac Cruz and got that WBA title. Expect that to be announced by the end of the month. Okay?
That's a good fight.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. So, guys, once again, look, if you don't want to pay the full amount of this pay-per-view coming up on Saturday, go watch it at Dave & Buster's. You don't have to pay a damn thing. Pay for a couple burgers and a couple beers, and you can enjoy the entire pay-per-view card. Right? Or if you want to stay home and don't want to catch monkeypox at the very crowded Dave & Buster's, yeah, just have a fight party at your house, like the good old days, right?
Yep.
And there it is. And there it is. Adam, where are you going to be watching the fight again, brother?
Mother-in-law's house.
Where's that at, man?
Bandera and Hebner.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm on my way, brother. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to be at Dave & Buster's, guys, on I-10 and 410, the interchange.
Yep.
And I'll be there with all my peeps. And I tell you what, Have a wonderful evening with Babe Lopez and your family, your mother-in-law.
The mother-in-law.
Did you just say the dragon lady, dude?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Xingao, you must enjoy sleeping on the couch, my friend.
Nah, dude, they can't kick me out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, did we fail to cover anything today,
No.
Adam?
I think we got everything.
I think we got everything also. So
Yeah.
I tell you what, leave us with your parting shots, my friend, because it's been long overdue.
Yes.
And we missed you, Adam. We missed you. And I missed our entire extended family in the chat.
Yeah. The morning shows. I miss the morning shows. And it's a good thing that we got it done today. Day off. I would have done it on the road, but we got it off today, which is good.
Well, I can say this, and I missed the good old Route 76 or whatever it is. And
yeah.
What's it called? What's the route number?
1108. They actually changed my route, so now I'm doing a different route, but it's closer to my house.
Oh, good. Win-win. I tell you what, though, we missed you, Adam, and let's keep this going. Tonight, now, guys, we forgot to ask you, should we go on tonight with my brother J.R. Bell, because Ronnie Shields is going to be absent. He's not going to be available tonight. Should we go on the air during the debates, or are you guys going to be fixated on that farce of a debate between Donald Trump and the Ugandan giant, Kamala Harris?
I'm going to be watching that. That's going to be...
I tell you what, let's do this. Let's plan on going on immediately following the debate. We can have a good laugh, say a couple prayers, and we can talk about that farce and get your thoughts on that, as well as having a nice fact or fiction with our brother J.R. Bell. How do you like that?
Sounds good.
You want to go on with a couple of shots and beers after the debate?
I'll do that. I'm trying to stay away from the beers. I got seltzer waters instead. So.
Oh, dude. You know what? I'm going to be with you, man. I'll drink some soda water too, man, instead of some shots. Let's do that, guys. So let's reconvene tonight after the debate, and you can give us your opinion, even though it has nothing to do with boxing. Well, you know what? It kind of has everything to do with boxing, guys.
Yeah.
Because once again, the economy of the U.S. is going to determine an awful lot about boxing's forecast in 2025. Right? So let's just pray for the leaders of our country.
Yes.
And we'll do that tonight as well, guys. Okay, so we'll reconvene. We'll see you right after the debate tonight, guys. We want to thank you for joining us. Adam, your parting shots for our listening audience, my friend.
Glad to be back on the show. Glad for the morning shows. I love the morning shows. Big fan of morning shows, and then also 6 a.m. fights. I love that.
Yeah.
So,
oh, dude, I tell you what.
Glad it's back.
We're glad to have you back, brother, and I'm really happy to be back as well, guys. And so we will see you same channel, different time this evening after that farce of a debate from Philadelphia. And guys, once again, don't forget the prophetic messages from the Holy Spirit. He warns us. The Holy Spirit warns us that there will be rioting going on in New York City that will become violent immediately following the debate. So if you're in the New York area, please be safe and stay home. Right? God bless all of you guys, though. And on behalf of the great Adam Montequilla Lopez, I'm Joseph Herron. You've been listening to Warwick Boxing. It's great to be back, everybody, and have a wonderful day, guys.
Later.
Audible W presents Big Time Boxing USA on War of Week Radio.